Ladies and gentle femmes, welcome to my channel! This is a Twin Flames reading for the week of November 24th. Messages from Divine Feminine. No, 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 no. What's the Divine Feminine song? Oh, Divine Feminine, we are the rulers of the universe. And nobody's as good as us. Oh, yeah, I made a rhyme. Also, thank you very much. Oh. That's right. I am what you guys called a divine feminine twin flame. Yes, yes, I am what you guys call a divine feminine twin flame. And divine twin flame, who is a woman, is what you guys also call divine masculine. But what's the deal? How can a woman be divine masculine and a man be divine feminine? I'll tell you what it is. It's because gender doesn't actually have anything to do with it whatsoever. That's a myth. When people were originally trying to figure out twin flames, they would see usually a woman chasing a man, almost always. It's almost always a woman chasing a man. And, people channeled all this information. We knew that it was one soul in two bodies. And they said, oh, one soul in two bodies? It must be a divine connection. And it's twin flames, it's one soul in two bodies, and it's divine. Yes, it's from the universe. And it's a woman doing these things, and it's a man doing these other things, and so it's got to be divine feminine. Oh, yes, it's the divine feminine. Oh, and the other one is divine masculine. Yeah, that's what's going on. People were trying to figure out what was going on by just looking at the 3D stuff, right? And that's, fine. That's kind of the way all mythologies started. Lots of different mythologies, religions too. People using fables, parables, or what they think they saw, using examples of what they think makes sense to explain the world. Well, that's not really what's going on. Gender doesn't have anything to do with it. So if you're a man watching, I've got good news for you. You don't have to worry about it. You're not feminine. You're not girl, unless you like that. Because that's fine. If you're a man and you like that kind of stuff, all right, no problem. There's the whole transgender thing, and that's great. But, most guys, they're not down with being called divine feminine. And I'm here to tell you that there's no such thing as divine feminine, and there's no such thing as divine masculine. Also, if you're watching this reading and you think that you are divine masculine, I'm here to tell you that you are not. Yeah, but your divine masculine readings really resonate with me. You got to stop looking at the 3D stuff. I get emails from people from time to time who go, yeah, but the masculine readings are the ones that really resonate with me the most. Well, these are general readings. They are going to resonate for most people, but not every single person, guys. These are general readings. These are general readings. The divine masculine, so-called divine masculine, first of all, isn't a thing. The only reason I use that language is because it's terminology that you guys out there in the twin flame community understand, right? The so-called divine masculine is the one that runs, and the so-called divine feminine is the one that chases. But it doesn't have anything to do with gender in actuality. It's just energy. There's a positive and there's a negative. Go watch my video called What Are Twin Flames? If you're watching, you're not divine masculine, dude. You're not. I know, but I'm the one that's running. Well, maybe. The running and the chasing also isn't a thing. That also isn't a thing. It's not proof of which one you are. If you're aware that you and this other person are twin flames, if you're the one who is aware of that, you're the positive polarity, which is what people tend to call divine feminine. But, again, everybody's situation is different. Again, from time to time, I get emails from somebody who goes, oh, I'm the masculine. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. In my students, this is the first thing that I teach them, which is that the whole gender thing is not a thing. You got to let that go. You got to stop thinking in terms of the junk food, fast food spirituality terminology that we see out there. Again, the only reason I ever use it is because you guys know what I'm talking about. Generally speaking, like today's reading is going to be for those of you out there who had a dark night of the soul experience after the initial breakup with your other self, so-called twin flame. That makes you the positive polarity. And everything in this universe, this physical 3D reality, works on a system of duality, positive versus negative. Einstein called it his general theory of relativity. And things being relative, there's a positive, there's a negative, relativity, right? Opposites. Okay, that's what's going on. It's one soul that has split itself into two bodies, and you have to, in order to exist on this plane, there's a positive and the negative. There's a positive and a negative. It's not confusing. It's not confusing. People who try to understand feminine versus masculine are the ones that are making it confusing. Just take gender completely out. Take gender completely out. Again, I only use the gender-based terminology because most people know what I mean when I say divine masculine or divine feminine. The masculine is the one that runs. The feminine is the one that chases. Also, running and chasing isn't necessarily proof that you are one polarity or the other. If you're the one who's aware of the connection, if you're the one who knows that you guys are twin flames, and you're watching this video, you're watching any twin flames videos, trying to figure out what's going on, what to do about the situation, right? And the other person seems to be oblivious, then that makes you the positive polarity. And there's one-off exceptions that I've run into where the person is confused about which polarity they are. And if you're in that bucket, and that's a very small bucket, it's like a couple of people, really. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's not really important for you to understand all the technicalities and terminology and all this crap that I'm explaining up here. What I'm explaining up here is going to apply to most people, not everybody, because at the end of the day, it's really just energy. It's really just positive versus negative. And the actions that you take or the actions that the other person takes don't necessarily indicate which polarity you are. But if you're in one of those one-off situations, maybe you could talk to me during the live Q&A or something, or hit me up for some coaching, and we can figure out which one you are. But again, it doesn't really matter. All you need to do is align with your soul. You and your twin flame are the same soul. Don't worry about all the confusing stuff. If you're confused, don't worry about it. Just let it go. It doesn't matter. What really matters is your ascension. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, you and your twin flame are one soul. All you got to do is align with your soul, and you'll be living in paradise. So there you go. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, oh, no surprise. No surprises here at all. We have the Four of Cups. No surprise there at all, Divine Feminine, the Four of Cups. And this has been coming up a lot lately, actually, with regard to the Divine Feminine, so-called, right, Divine Feminine energy. If you're watching this reading, if you're watching this video, you are what is called Divine Feminine. But again, gender doesn't matter. It's positive polarity. If you're trying to figure out, because see, the negative polarity, they're never going to watch any twin flame videos or readings or try to figure out what the other person is doing or try to understand the relationship or do any of that work, guys. That's one surefire way to know which polarity you are. If you're watching this video, if you're trying to understand twin flames and understand what's going on between you and this other person, you're the positive polarity. You're the positive polarity. No ifs, ands, or buts. No ifs, ands, or buts. And Four of Cups is your card this week, ladies and gentle femmes. The Four of Cups. So, Divine Masculine is, they've really been getting their face drugged through the muck lately, haven't they? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very, very much so. And Divine Feminine's response, of course, is to kind of just be cool and collected. A lot of you are like really embracing the understanding that what you need to do is to detach from this person, let go, and kind of just not care, you know? And for a lot of you, it could be boredom. It could just be kind of being neutral. But it's this Four of Cups energy, this just not really having an interest in the connection. At least not like what you used to. I mean, if your so-called divine masculine came to you and said, let's have a party, let's be together, you'd be like, all right, cool, right? You would be totally all about it. Of course you would. You love divine masculine. Divine masculine is beautiful, amazing, sexy, love the personality. Of course you want to be with them. Of course you would take them up on that offer. But I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to fret about it. A lot of you are letting go of the more painful aspects of the whole so-called runner-chaser bit, right? You're letting that stuff go. And that's why Divine Masculine's situation is blowing up. That's why they seem to be more like moving towards you. That's why they're stalking you, creeping on you, or talking to you. And here's examples of what I'm talking about. Because the King of Pentacles, I mean, this is recent past, right? For Divine Feminine. So this is this like making everything that you're doing all about him or her. Like in my case, right? My twin flame is a female. And that really was your whole world. That's why this King of Pentacles comes out in recent past. But did I just lose my train of thought? I think I just lost my train of thought. Well, anyway, I guess what's important is you are letting go of the need and the want for the person. Oh, I know what it was. The reason they're acting the way they do is because you're doing that, right? And so it can either be that they are like stalking you on social media. They tell you they don't want to talk to you anymore, but they keep like texting you to see how you're doing, driving by your house, or there's a fake profile like creeping on you, stalking on you on social media. And a lot of you, I see it in your comments and your emails that you send to me. It's like that. Like Divine Masculine, they confess their love to you. They tell you that they want to be with you. And then next thing you know, they fucking take off running. And then not long after that, that's when they're checking on you to see how you're doing, stalking you on social media, whatever. And you're going, well, now, wait a minute. I thought you said you didn't want to be with me and that I should just fuck right off. How come you're talking to me again, you fucking weirdo? It's because, Divine Feminine, you're letting go of the need and the want for the person, right? You're doing the thing that they call detaching, right? So recent past, towards your own situation, your own life situation, Divine Feminine, the Star in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, well, no surprises there. That lines up perfectly with this King of Pentacles because, again, recent past was where you were all about this person. That's all you wanted. That's all you could think about was this person. And so, of course, you weren't learning the greater spiritual lessons, moving forward on your path. You weren't doing those things. You were just so focused on him or her. Okay, and then towards them specifically, yeah, Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. How can I juggle my own needs and wants and fit this person into it? Like really wanting to sacrifice your own needs and wants and thinking that that's going to work. Right? And in a lot of cases, it's true. And I did the same thing, right? Like, I know that maybe the way things are today with this person, the relating experience, like during the whole runner-chaser bit, it's not really conducive to a healthy lifestyle for me, but I don't care. I'm willing to sell myself out and do anything just to have this person in my life. Now, this is recent past that I'm talking about. And so this is really what's kind of behind you, that kind of desperation, that desperate energy, that you are now leaving behind. And that's what this Two of Swords is talking about. And that makes perfect sense. The Two of Swords, this is where the decision is being made about, am I going to make my life all about this other person or all about me? And of course, you're going to make it all about you. And you've been leaning that way for quite a while now, Divine Feminine. You know that it's not healthy to stay obsessed over this person. You know that at the end of the day, what is good for you or what is conducive to your growth is what really matters, not this other person. And the darndest thing happens every time you do that. That's when they show up. That's when they start talking to you again, right? It's like, how many of you can relate to this? It's like you start to get over them, and that's when they start talking to you again. And then you start to get emotionally attached. You start talking to them, getting involved with them, and then they take off running again. And you're like, what the fuck? We just barely got restarted with talking again, and they're already taking off running, right? Right. And then you detach, you let go of the need for the person, and here they come again. Yeah, there's a reason for that. That's the whole challenge. You have to never, ever sell yourself out. And that's what I teach my students, of course. Never sell yourself out. Now, look at this. So, towards your situation, Four of Swords, King of Wands, yes. And so that's kind of going to be on your mind, I think, this week. It's going to be you are reflecting back on all the things that you've learned about relating to this person, how far you've come since you originally met them, how much you've changed just by meeting this other person, which is strange to say because the weird thing about twin flames is, this is why it's so weird to people, because you meet a person and you have a romantic connection with them and it makes you want to evolve spiritually. How do those two things go together? I mean, that doesn't even seem to make any sense, right? I met a person and I fell in love with them and I went through this horrible dark night of the soul experience, but it makes me want to evolve spiritually. And you're just kind of like trying to still wrap your head around that. Like, how do those two things go together? But that's what it is, guys. That's what it is. And if you're new to my channel and you want to understand, because there is a specific reason why that happens. There are very good reasons for that. You guys are the same soul, and it does trigger that spiritual growth in you, that spiritual awakening. That is what is happening to you. If you want to watch my other videos, if you are new to my channel and you did not know this, I don't just do card readings. In fact, card readings have very little to do with what I do. I am a twin flame coach, and I've helped hundreds of people. I have students who are married to their twin flame, with their twin flame. I've helped people just feel better. They were in that dark night of the soul energy. They're tired of feeling like shit, and I've helped hundreds, guys. I was able to attract my twin flame to me, and I can help you do the same thing. Go to the main page of this channel, New World All-Star. Go to the main page of this channel, and go to the playlists menu, and look for the playlist called How to Get Your Twin Flame. And all the videos where I talk about twin flames, what twin flames are, how to know you've met them, what to do about your situation, what if they're married, what do they go through, what do they experience, how do I get this person to be with me, how do I stop feeling like shit, all those things. I've already made videos about all that stuff. I promise you that you've never seen any twin flame teacher talking the way I talk. I promise you that I'm different. Just go check out my other videos. It's going to be different than anything you've ever seen, guys. My coaching techniques work. They're very, very effective. I've helped so many people get their twin flame to come to them or just feel better. It works, guys. My coaching works. Go check out my other videos. Now, towards your divine masculine, so-called this week, for example, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And here we have the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is where we are letting go of trying too hard. And it's like I tell my students, it's all about being neutral, right? You and your twin flame are the same soul. So you have to align with your soul, not the physical person. And if you align with your soul instead of the physical person, that's what brings the physical person to you. And it's kind of a paradox in that way, okay? And it just seems so obvious. This is really just the true spiritual journey. So what I tell my students is you can't do anything about your twin flame, and you can't not do anything about your twin flame. You have to be neutral. And you're going, well, how do I not do anything, and how do I not do anything? That doesn't make any sense. Well, that's what this pairing is talking about. A lot of you are starting to figure out what I've been saying about that. It's true spiritualism. It's being neutral. It's not needing an outcome. And you take your focus and you completely shift it onto something else. So I'm not even trying to make a thing out of divine masculine. I'm not even trying to make a thing out of it. That's why these two cards, one's in the upright and the other one is in the reverse. You're making this all about your spiritual ascension, guys. And that's what I tell my students, and that's what I'm telling you right now. That's why this is working. That's why this is working. You take all the obsessing over the person and you put that aside and you forget about it and you replace it with your spiritual ascension instead. And that's when the person fucking shows up, which only makes sense. You guys are the same soul. You're the same spirit. So if you focus on that instead of the physical person, that's going to draw them to you through the law of attraction. You guys are the same soul. You're not the same physical body. So if you're focused on the physical body, the physical manifestation of your twin flame, that's what pushes them away. You got to focus on your soul, and that's what brings the person to you. It sounds like a paradox to take your attention off of them, and that makes them come to you. But that's how this works, guys. Everybody has heard this out there in the community, that you have to detach from your twin flame. You have to detach. And of course, you can't really detach from them because you are your twin flame. But what I mean when I say detach, of course, is to let go of the need and want for the physical person. And instead, you focus on your soul. You focus on your ascension. Only. You make this all about your spiritual ascension, and that person shows up. You take all your energy off of them. That's how you draw the person to you. And again, it works, guys. I've helped hundreds of people. I've got people who are with their twin flame, feeling amazing, living their best life. Hit me up, guys. Go watch my other videos if you're new to my channel. Please don't just watch card readings. And honestly, these card readings, they're fun and they're funny, and I make them fun and funny. But at the end of the day, you know, really, I'm just trying to get people's attention. I want to wake people up. I want to try to help as many people as possible. And these card readings are great because you get energy updates. You're finding out what's going on with your situation, their situation, and that's all fine and dandy. But really what's going to help you is me. I help you. Me talking about this is what helps you. So that's why I always, on these videos, encourage people, please go watch my other videos where I talk about twin flames. Please don't just watch these card readings. And I got one better, guys. If you want to get your twin flame to come be with you, if you want to attract your twin flame to you like I did, go to my website, Twin Flame All Star, and sign up today for the Introduction to the Journey online video coaching package, and you can become one of my students too. And I'm not expensive, guys. There's people that charge thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. I only charge a few $100. Two, maybe $300, depending on which package you get. And what is it? What are you getting? Well, there's almost 8 hours of instructional videos. It's my Introduction to the Journey online video coaching package. You get to watch the videos. You're not going to have any questions about what the fuck to do about your situation once and for all. If you want to get your twin flame to come be with you, if you want to attract them to you like I did, and like I've helped so many others do, you're not going to have any questions about how to do that. If your goal is to just feel better, maybe you're tired of feeling like shit, and you're like, I don't even care if the person comes to be with me. I'm just tired of feeling like shit. How do I do that? Same thing. Watch my online video course. You want to get out of the dark night of the soul. You want to get out of the addictive energy, the sleepless nights. Watch my online video course, guys. And then when you're done, you and I get to talk. And there's several ways for you to do that. I do have several different packages of the Introduction to the Journey. I've got call groups, workshops. There's 4 a week. There's 4 workshop calls a week, guys. And I've also got 2 coaches that are assisting me with all of my students. I've got the systems in place. I've got people who have had their twin flame block them for over half a year, and then watch my online video course, implement the steps that I outline in my online video course, and their twin flame unblocks them. I just had 2 new people tell me that that happened just this week alone, guys. Just this week. Their twin flame unblocked them and started making confessions of love to them after having them blocked for months. And all they did was implement the steps in my videos, and they got on the group calls. That's all they did, guys. It works. It works. And of course it works. All I'm doing is telling you how exactly to align with your soul, what the soul is, what twin flames are, and the lifestyle changes that you need to make to do that once and for all, guys. Once and for all, you can attract your twin flame to you, feel better, and live your best life. I'm not kidding. I'm fucking totally not kidding. And if you want, there's a couple of videos that posted this last week here where people left testimonials in the comments section, and I pinned them to the top. So if you want proof, just go digging around. It was, I think it was the video that came out either sometime between Monday and Wednesday. There's a video I posted Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was one of those 3 videos. There's actually 2 of those 3 videos where somebody posted a testimonial, and I pinned it. So if you want proof, go see that. There you go, guys. There's proof. TwinFlameAllStar.com if you want to get started today. And by the way, if you cannot afford to pay in full for my Introduction to the Journey online video coaching package, which by the way includes a chance for you to talk to me, if you cannot afford the already crazy affordable price that I have for my Introduction to the Journey coaching packages, no problem. Hit me up, guys. You can get started today for $50. That's right. I've got payment plans available. Hit me up, guys. TwinFlameAllStar.com. Let's see what the good old Oracle has to say. What does the Oracle say? I'm really curious to see what the Oracle has to say when I get this 2 of Swords card that's coming out at the very center of the reading. Oh, well, there you go. Joy. And that makes perfect sense, Divine Feminine, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. So many of you are starting to get this. You're starting to understand that the less you sell yourself out, the less that you try to juggle this connection with this person and just live your best life for you and not caring, needing, or wanting the other person necessarily to be with you or have anything to do with you at all. That's when they want to start talking to you again. That's when they start stalking you on social media, texting you to see how you're doing, right? Every time you've ever let this person go and recommitted to yourself, that's when they showed up. That's when they showed up. And that's what this is all about. And you know what, Divine Feminine? We're never going to stop doing that. Look at this, the Chariot. I'm never backing down. I'm not going anywhere. This shit is moving forward. I don't care how painful the past was. I'm moving forward. And I don't fucking care what anybody says. I matter. I matter. I matter. And that's the best thing, guys, is embracing your ascension, making this your spiritual journey, how it changes your life and you. And we're not backing down until I am already living my best life. Thank you very much. And look at this. The 10 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Yes, Divine Feminine, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Living your best life, setting down those burdens. And I know that I'm on the brink of something really super fabulous that's going to work. Living my best life for me. Setting down all those past pains. Releasing the crazy back and forth shit with my Divine Masculine. Letting that go. I've got a new plan. I've got a new plan. I'm going to mind my own P's and Q's and live my best life for me. And by the way, that's exactly how you get the person anyway. And guys, this 4 of Cups is telling you everything that you need to know. Everything that you need to know. You need to release this person and not have a preference about what happens with them. And look at this. Look at this. The 5 of Pentacles next to the Queen of Swords. Now, you really need to be honest with yourself about the, I guess, like whatever emotional attachment that you do still have towards your Divine Masculine, if there's any negative emotions, that can affect things too. That's still attachment. Okay? So if you harbor any grief or anger or anything towards your Divine Masculine, that's still attachment. You got to let that go too, guys. And it's not even all about forgiving. It's about not having a preference. It's about not having a preference. I don't need the past to be different. I don't need to be forgiven because I'm whole. And whatever happened in the past is gone. And be honest with yourselves about that. Whether or not you're holding any grudge against your divine masculine, you're going to have to let that go, guys. You're going to have to let that go. There can be no feeling better until you let go of the negative and hurt emotions that you're harboring towards your divine masculine. So pull them out by the roots and free yourself. Be free. Be free. Holding a grudge isn't going to do you any good anyway. It doesn't serve any purpose other than to keep you miserable. And I think I didn't have to tell you that. I think you already knew that. But just check yourself at the door. That's all these cards are saying. Check yourself at the door. Make sure you're not still holding on to any grief. And embrace your best life, guys. Set that burden down and embrace your best life for you, not for your divine masculine. And they will come screaming out of left field with little hearts in their eyes, wanting to talk to you. So there you go, guys. Fabulous reading. It's going to be a good week. Lots of big decisions this week. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.